Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start off by saying thank you very much to the community member that sent me this article. I think it's important to know what's going on behind the doors. All right, behind the doors over at Capitol Hill, where they like to put in little snippets into bills that need to be passed. From what I understand, the spending bill that they're going to try to pass here in the future, you know, to make the debt ceiling higher, I guess, either that or just a new spending bill. They're trying to sneak in a bill that would give the FDA, right, power over what supplements can be sold and not. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this article. It's not very long, but I think it's important for us to understand what's going on. That way, if there are supplements that we rely on, that we get them now and stock up on them so that we can at least have them in case this passes through. And they get rid of our supplements as well, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand why. It seems that in my entire life, I've never heard of anyone actually being injured by taking a supplement that they bought over the counter. However, I'm not a medical professional, so please do your own research. And I will leave the link to this article under the description of the video, all right, all the way at the bottom. That way you can revisit it yourself if you'd like to. The FDA could be preparing to unleash an anti-supplement policy as early as next year that could eliminate tens of thousands of products from the market. Recently, the FDA announced that by the end of 2022, it plans to release drafts or final versions of a number of policies, and among them is the new Dietary Ingredient Guidance, which is a new supplement guidance in plain English. It is no exaggeration to say that this is the most dangerous threat to supplements we've seen in decades. We must continue to vehemently oppose the guidance as currently written and demand that substantial changes are made before the final version is released. Here is some brief background under the Dietary Health and Supplement Education Act. Any dietary supplement introduced to the market in the U.S. after 1994 is considered new. And the manufacturer must notify the FDA at least 75 days in advance of making the product. In implementing this policy, however, the FDA has turned a simple notification procedure into a de facto pre-approval process akin to that which is required of pharmaceutical drugs. So pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm seeing here is that they're doing what they do in New York City with 2A, right? If you want to register or get a license to carry a firearm in New York City or New York, they take your application and they're supposed to have it back to you, give you an answer within, I think, 30 days. But they can take as long as they want. Same thing here. The FDA can take the application, but they can probably take as long as they want before they give that supplement approval status. The FDA's policy is nothing less than a massive broadside aimed at crippling the supplement industry. How do we know this? An economic analysis estimated that the guidance will result in tens of thousands of products disappearing from the shelves. An industry-wide cost of between $2 billion and $165 billion in animal and human product safety studies to comply with the FDA's NDI notification protocols. Wow, so it's going to cost between $2 billion to $165 billion more than what it costs now for them to be able to do all the tests and whatever it is that's required for the FDA to give these supplements approval. See, they want a stronghold over everything, ladies and gentlemen, even the supplements that we take. But let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I'm stocked up extra on vitamin D, vitamin C, multivitamins, things like that, to make sure that I have these just in case. You never know. And although over time, these vitamins, in my opinion, they lose some of their potency, they still have some more in them over time. So they may lose a little bit over time, but they'll still have some in there. And lastly, the loss of between 55,000 and 104,000 jobs in the supplement industry. Wow, that is a lot. How does the FDA's guidance do this? First, the guidance imposes safety requirements on new supplements that are not even expected of drugs. The FDA's guidance describes how to determine what kind of safety studies to submit with an NDI notification. The agency states that additional safety studies may be needed if the target population of supplement changes. For example, if a history of safe use has been established with adults, but a substance will be used in a dietary supplement marketed for young children, the FDA will require another NDI notification. Not even drugs are held to this standard. The FDA states that most drugs prescribed for children have not been tested in children. Wow. So even though that most drugs that are prescribed for children have not been tested in children, they're going to make supplement manufacturers go ahead and go through this vigorous process before they approve them so that they can go on the shelf. The FDA is also broadening the group of substances that must submit new supplement notifications by adopting a loose definition of what it means for a supplement to be chemically altered. If a post-ingredient has been present in the food supply and it has not been chemically altered, it is exempt from submitting an NDI notification. The problem is that the FDA's definition of chemically altered is so broad that only the most basic manufacturing methods would not chemically alter an ingredient. This language will stifle innovations in manufacturing and ignores the fact that new and more effective ways of producing supplements have arisen in the last 22 years since DSHEA passed. If the FDA sticks to its timeline of 2022, the release of the final guidance could seriously hinder our ability to stay healthy naturally during this health crisis. And using supplements to shore up our immune system against this health crisis is even more important as scientists learn more. And to finish it off, ladies and gentlemen, they state that if the FDA sticks to its timeline of June 2022, the release of the final guidance could seriously hinder our ability to stay healthy naturally during this time. I will leave the link to this article all the way in the bottom of the description of this video, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and revisit it if you like. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what. You want to get all of the supplements and nutrients that you need, in my opinion, all right, because it has done me wonders. Go ahead and check out Nutrient Survival because it is the best survival food in the market, bar none. And I've challenged people, and I haven't had anyone reply to me via email or comment telling me this. I challenge you to find any survival food in the market that has as many nutrients that you need to be able to operate in a high tempo environment or otherwise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I posted this challenge before. Find any other survival food company that has as many nutrients and vitamins than Nutrient Survival. In my opinion, it is the very best in the market, and that is why I am affiliated with them, because they are the best. A little bit pricey, of course, but you get what you pay for. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I am out.
Sharpen focus and keep you and your family thriving during any emergency. Real food, real ingredients. Oh, and a 25-year shelf life. Our meals will kick your taste buds in the mouth and have them coming back for dessert. Yeah, we've got that too. So whether you're digging in or bugging out, you don't just survive an emergency situation, you thrive in it. Nutrient Survival. Feed your freedom.